Hello friends, Jordy here with more of our CK2 on English Neck, a Norman Yoke playthrough. Before we get started today, back into the action, I want to respond to a quick question asked a few videos ago from Aaron Smith, who asked, when do you adopt English culture? Many of you have likely noticed that one of the biggest ongoing challenges for a ruler of this playthrough has been a disconnect between their culture and the vassals. We see that real quick by looking at this person right here, for instance, the Count of Northampton, who is Anglo-Saxon. Our queen, of course, is Norman. Look at why he dislikes us. One of the reasons is foreign conqueror, -20. Remember, this playthrough began long ago playing as William the Conqueror of Normandy, who came north across the Channel and seized England for himself. We're all still Normans, and the people we rule over, at least some of them, are Anglo-Saxon instead. That -20 would go away if only we could find a culture that resolves it. So it's resolved by forming cultures both Norman and Anglo-Saxon simultaneously, which is the English culture. Unfortunately, this culture cannot be immediately adopted. If, for instance, you go to our queen and right-click her, you are allowed to become Anglo-Saxon. This is giving up our Norman heritage. This is not being a true heir of William the Conqueror, but instead supporting the local people instead. We can't have that. We're not average peasants of England, surely. So we need to find some culture that's both simultaneously Norman and Anglo-Saxon. So I went on to a deep dive through the CK2 subreddit and the wiki, where I learned how to form the English culture. It's formed if a Norman ruler owns an Anglo-Saxon province in the region of England after the year 1100. Let's run through these briefly. Number 1, a Norman ruler. Queen Mabel, Norman, good. Owns a Anglo-Saxon province. Well, Middlesex right here is directly owned by the Queen, and it is indeed Anglo-Saxon. After the year 1100, it's 1176. So what's going on? We've met all the criteria. We can form English by being a Norman ruler who owns Anglo-Saxon provinces. Unfortunately, here's where I learned there's an average time for the event to fire. It's not an automatic thing that occurs when all of the necessary conditions obtain. Instead, you gotta wait for a little bit of randomness too. So the average time for this event to fire is 100 years. It fires quicker the higher learning a ruler has. So happily, our ruler has been focusing on religion and theology and learning all the way. The higher we can get that score though, the quicker chance of becoming English will occur. Another thing I learned, that might be true, might not be true, but another thing I learned on the subreddit is your top title as a ruler for English to fire must be King or Queen of England. We absolutely cannot become an emperor until we become English, or so the people on the subreddit say. Hopefully that's true, but we know that to get the event to fire, we have to let some more years go by, so let's unpause and get to it and get right back into the action once more. Now, remember at the end of last episode, we had just gotten a message from our society's leadership saying we've got to change our focus over to theology. We're going to do that pretty soon, but first we're waiting for a law to go through. The law, what is this? In a moment. We're currently pushing for a law for higher centralization, which I believe will allow us to have more personal domain. The reason we want that is then we can change our focus off of rulership and onto theology to make our society happy and get more learning points and so on. It should be good. But we wait for that law to pass. It's currently 3-3. The one vote not counted is from our spy master, who is far away, off in Constantinople. He'll vote with us, though. I believe we bribed him or otherwise ensured he was on our team. Spy master here, who is not yet voting. Let's see here. Undecided. All these people voted already, I thought. Over here we see it's 3-3 to 1. Maybe saving and reloading during a vote was a mistake. Well, we'll see. Anyway, the peasants have risen up in Brife now. Over here, Irish peasants decide to become unfaithful against us. They have the nerve to demand independence. Blasted traitor. Not the age of revolution yet, what's going on? Alright, well, happily this is why we keep a large personal retinue ready at all times to go forward. The only commander we have is our uncle. We're not locked inside right now. Where'd my commanders go? What happened here? So our uncle will go forward. He's a Prince of England. He's not immediately to the throne, though, so it'll be fine. We just put our commanders Assigned. Don't want to do auto-assign commanders, but yeah, plenty of people just unassigned. How'd that happen? Very, very strange. Very, very strange. All of you come forward and defend your queen. I hope that's enough for now. Put him in the retinue, and you are aggressive leader. This character does not shy away from battle and will show no mercy to opponents who attempt to quit the field. Does more damage, has less defense. My kind of guy. And the other commanders must be locked away in their own castles somewhere, hiding from their own plagues. Well, let's sign one more commander so we can get you, Duke of Connacht. That's an Irish name, I believe. So I'm gonna send an Irishman to go defeat the Irishman. There he is. All right. Off to go. That should be more than enough troops to win this, I suspect, and there should be no river crossing on the way, as long as they don't go stand down here in Leinster. Be good. Alright, got a message about arranged marriage between... Oh, this has been asked many, many times. Nigel of Godwin and some random heir. Matrimonial marriage. I don't know why we care about you. I think this is the one who kept getting into trouble with a lover before. He's the rival of my son, who is not going to inherit, my non-inheriting son. So I'm going to say no, because you've been unkind to my son, you're not allowed love. That's right, it's good to be the queen. That's what it is. Okay. This law is still not passed through. I really would do it if I made a mistake by saving during it. It'll wait a little while longer to see the vote resolves. I'm sure it will. It's gotta. After the council we can see... Hey, there we go. It rejected it. What? With 3 loyalists and me, it was rejected? This is shenanigans. Alright, no high centralization for us. So that means I can't try to pass another law for a time here, right? Yeah. Council rejected the law. You could attempt to change again in 1186, 10 years from now. Again, we have 3 loyalists. All the laws should go through. And yeah, we can't change the law for another year, any other kind of law. So I guess we'll hold off for the time being. Very well, very well. We can change how inheritance works. So, vassal title inheritance is a regular disallowed title pass in a realm. Who's this? Apparently I gave a favor to this man at some point in the past, and now he's my chancellor. I guess I'll say okie dokie. The Duke Hamilton of Normandy got fired for that. Stop me on so many favors, I suspect. You red-headed fool with your lovely mustache there. Uncouth dullard who is quite large and in charge. 9 in diplomacy is now my chancellor. Great. At least we still have the loyal 3, the 3 amigos of the queen. Let's send our chancellor to fabricate again. We're working on fabricating up this way. I want to have enough claims up this way that I can potentially seize an entire duchy all at once. That'd be pretty great. My apologies to the Duke who got kicked off there. Also, my apologies to these poor peasants who are being beaten down anyway by the local Duke. Yeah, that's a pretty good success there, I do have to say. Don't you ever come after my kingdom again. Peasant role destroyed. A woman accused of witchcraft in York, then dragged between the court. Witnesses have seen her performing dark rituals in her hut. Is that true? You are wearing red. Red's the color of the devil. You're also a hunchback. I think it's a sign of your sinfulness, no doubt. Deceitful, shy, cynical, envious, wrathful. Wow, you're a bad person. She claims innocence. It falls to us to determine her fate. If we burn her, the Yorkian subjects will be less ready to revolt. We throw her in the dungeon and nothing interesting happens. If it's nonsense, obviously it's 1176. Obviously we believe in witches, so burn her. Wonder if she would have floated, maybe. No longer content to rest on laurels. The problems facing the realm are legion, and no one can fix them but me. We are no longer content. It means we get a little less piety each month, I believe, but no longer content is a-okay. Alright, peasants dealt with. March our troops back to Middlesex once more, back to the kingdom there. That's scads of cash. Also, I notice the Northern Crusade's still ongoing. Tonic Knights are still fighting the good fight out in Lithuania. How's it going for y'all? War score is 96% in favor of the Tonic Knights. Oh, right. Lithuania had a revolt going, and the Teutonic Knights Hockmeister used this moment of weakness to attack the revolt and put it down. He's gonna win very, very easily. He personally has 11,000 troops. The leader of the revolt has 1.21, and then an army of vassals. Yeah, I mean, he's surely gonna win this thing. Go Teutons, go! Maybe we'll try to join them in battle eventually. We'll see what goes. Okay. I was noticing, though, that our realm allows vassals to pass out of the realm on inheritance. Vassal title inheritance regulated to disallow a title to pass in our realm. We could do this, and then right now we have 2 or 3, actually 3 of our vassals look like when they die, the new vassal will belong to somebody else. That seems not so great. So if I can pass this law, I'll pass this law, I guess. Yeah, looks like the loyalists are all in my favor. Gonna be good. Vassal titles are stuck here. Let's do it. Pass that law, please and thanks. I'm gonna have to wait another 10 years to pass the law to get higher personal domain size, but that'll be a-okay, I suspect. A son was born to the Prince of the Holy Roman Empire and to the Princess of England named Baldwin. Baldwin, are you part of my family? You are! I forgot we managed to get this a matrilineal marriage. Such shenanigans. Good job to us. And your father was once the Emperor. You are now just some prince. You're heir to the Duchy of Bavaria, though. That's great. That is great. Speaking of these marriages and so on, do we have any alliances right now? We do not. We do have some non-aggression pacts that we maybe can turn into alliances. Sure. Duke of Octane sounds good. And there we go. Regulated inheritance. No longer, I believe, will vassals be able to leave my realm via death of a prior vassal. Also, I have raised armies somewhere. Wait, where do I have raised armies? This is not my retinue, actually. Ah! My retinue and then some. We have an alliance with Aquitaine. Eventually we're going for France. Right now we're working on Scotland. Eventually we're going for France, though. Constantinople gives more technology. Brilliant. We've learned important things about this and that. We lost non-aggression pact. No. Someone else lost non-aggression pact due to the coughing sickness. I got scabs of cash. We really should spend that on something. Let's do a quick tour of the domain and see who need... First, do we repay our loans? Always check the credit card balance first. Yeah, we repaid the Templars and repaid the Jewish merchants also. We owe nothing to no one. We could go for another smith, I guess. Last time we went for a smith to buy fancy jewelry, the French kings stole them, igniting a multi-generational blood feud between our realms. Yeah, we still have no jewelry. So yeah, let's go ahead and call for a smith for right now. And then work on improving our domain after that. So, search for smith. What type of smith do I want? I want a goldsmith. The French king steals this gold too. It'd be very cranky. Let's quickly check and see. Does the Queen of France still hold? Treasure's empty. The treasury's empty. What happened to the French king? Is he defeated in a revolt maybe? Let's see. History here. Yeah, conquered is claimant, so Hubert here, or Humbert here, Duke of Aquitaine. He has my junk. No, it's empty also. Huh. There they are. There they are. Yeah, his golden sword, first owned by Queen Maybelle. The Prince Rogan the Evil was once a king, was then... You're not dead, are you? Are you dead? You're definitely still alive. How are we not the King of France anymore? Well, whichever way. Hope you enjoy my junk and you're not being crowned. Constantinople gives more technology again. When I say gave there, I mean we stole it. We're awful humans. Our kinsman needs some help. You're on your own, kid. Our poor courtier Akos Josa has died. I don't know who that is. Too many people on the old social calendar here. And our son Filbert still has a bastard grandson that still confuses me because his parents are both my son and his wife. Bizarre. I've heard the same conversation over and over again. Apparently a renowned goldsmith is traveling through England and my courtiers are prattling excitedly about his work. Maybe I should invite this man to employ his services. He's deceitful. I don't trust him. He's gonna steal my things. So I reject him. I think we have to wait for a little while to request a new smith then. How long to wait? 1179. 2 years' time. Not too long. I guess we'll be a good ruler then and try to improve Smart Domain with... Be right with you. New training grounds for better morale. Cool. Duke Jedvard has published results for his medical investigations. The book has not received any notable attention, but at least he's developed his skills as a physician. One more learning. Good job, team. Good job, team. Hopefully we now understand the human body needs the blood inside of it, not emptied out on the ground at the first sign of sickness. I'd like to spend some more money on improving our hospital also. The Black Death, it will come soon. So, that's barracks. Do you want to do barracks also? Or heavy infantry? Eventually we'll get to that. For now though, better hospital requires 420 money on a leper colony. By isolating the sick, the general population feels safer, out of sight, out of mind. For soup kitchen, 4% disease resistance versus the 10 leper colony. Temple vassals happier, and we get some piety too. One of the first responsibilities of the hospital is to house and feed the needy. The poor, the traveler, the downtrodden, the outcast, they're all welcome to partake in the hospital's generosity. Namely the Queen's generosity. Let's go ahead and do leper colony and have absolutely no money for a little bit. Alright, the Catholic priests are constantly pestering me about religion, God, and money to the church. No matter what I do, promise, pray more, or read the Holy Scriptures, they won't leave me alone. It's hard being the Queen. Alright, we're gonna beg our friend Katharina. Make them stop. Or, oh God, help me and I'll be a better Catholic. Sure, I'll take the piety. Piety all the way. Good Catholic time for us. And we have an important decision to take money from our subjects. No. Not gonna give land to my my son, I don't think. There's a mission underway to kill a duchess. Not my issue. Continue to ignore that for now. And do we have a timer when we try passing the next law? 1186. Yeah, 9 years from now. Soon. I do wish my vassals up north here would strike out against Scotland. It's taking so much work here to get claims on Scotland. Soon and very soon. Alright, well, we have here a kindly kinswoman saying go with God to everyone. Hooray, learning for the kiddo. From 2 to 3. That's not great, but not bad. And the issue is, since there's a unified king or queen up here, king up here, I can't force vassalize. I've got to take each and every claim one after another. Truce is inspiring with the King of Kemet. Oh, we did Croatia from them earlier, or... What the hell is Kemet? I have no idea. Anyway, goodbye to the truce. About it. Speaking of, not Croatia, it was, Crimea, rather. We still hold Crimea here. Bizarrely, the Count of Northumberland holds this too. Who's next door? Next door is the Kagan Bakhchasari. There's only 2,000 troops. Wait, what else do you own? Nothing else? Now, I'm always super nervous about attacking Khans and nomadic herds. Hordes. But it seems to me he only has 2,000 horde troops. So it seems further to me. I mean, can I attack him? I don't know if I should, but we can Holy War for Crimea and take those two also. Or Holy War over here instead. Nearby Sunni rulers might join in. I mean, are there nearby Sunni rulers? Gosh, there are. Oh, this is going to be a huge problem. I mean, obviously, it'd be amazing if I can get more of a foothold over this direction, but I do not want to fight against all the Sunnis nearby. Well, there aren't that many. I see a whole bunch of Shia. These are the populaces, though, right? I actually don't know what the leaders of their areas are. Although, are we Catholic here yet, or no? Crimea is Sunni also. Man, I really am a conqueror. It's amazing. No, we'll think about this later. Maybe later we'll go that direction. I see we have a technology pop-up. We invested in technology in our capital here. So what does the capital actually need for more building? Well, it needs a lot of stuff. A castle town requires castle infrastructure of 4. Where are we on that right now? Castle infrastructure of 4. Excellent. We can now do better castle towns, and with that, get even more tax money at home. That'll be our upgrade here in a moment. How expensive is it? 420 money. Soon, soon, soon. We have more technology pops also. We can do improved keeps. That's really cheap, so sure, we'll fish that one out. And then if we want to, we can improve skirmish techniques, which gives us better horsey and archer attacks. Better melee techniques, improve a heavy pikemen, heavy cavalry. Or military organization, more morale, better organization. Remove the pagan homeland attrition penalty. We're not really fighting pagans at all. The Teutonic Knights are doing their best over here. Yes, Teutonic state has gotten larger still. Good luck, Lithuania. Good luck to you. I suspect they're going to take over Lithuania at some point before too long. And gosh, I do want to help them, so could do remove pagan attrition to go help them. I don't think it helps that much though. So instead we're going to do melee techniques. Very cheap and skirmish also. So 2 improvements there. Lastly on this side, I don't think we need tolerance right now. We can improve the status of women. Wait, I passed a law? I thought we were on a long timer for this. Okay, I'm not allowed to try for law that was rejected earlier. 1186, we can do that. Status of women, though, I can try to change right now. And it looks like the council will allow this to happen. They pull up the council equipment. No one's currently under a favor. Gosh, they're not. Queen Mabel, the Equalizer, gives women the same status as men. They're allowed to be spy masters. Soon enough, we'll see. Okay, that's great. This is great. Soon we'll get an actual law passed, though, so that then reset our law timer for a while. But I think the difference is there are 2 kinds of law here. One are crown laws, and one are whatever these are down here. I think they're on different timers, maybe. So crown laws are only passed by kings and emperors. They concern everyone in the Jury Kingdom or Empire. Jury Kingdom or Empire does not exist. The de facto Kingdom or Empire crown laws will take precedence. Happily, a by-law kingdom occurs. The Lords of England have approved the institution marginal status of women. That's just great. Yeah, for right now, I don't think we need to spend anything on Majesty or Tolerance. Majesty would give us more piety and such. Cheapen our court size. Make the next leader not have a short reign for too long. Higher Tolerance will allow even more passing of laws for women. More legalism allows us to get change, so we demand more taxation from the nobles. Well, let's go ahead and do Greater Majesty. Greater Majesty gives more piety all the way through. We'll also do legalism, I guess, so that'll open up a additional level of centralization eventually. Okay, I'll do popular customs also, make the cities love me. With that, we've clicked through all the technology we can do. That's just great. Child here, whom are you? It's a genius kinswoman. Who's your family? I have no idea who you are. I want to marry you to someone important to me. I think that's clearly the case. Your parents are my cousin and some random duchess. Alright, you're a genius. We're gonna maybe try to groom you into being a queen someday. I should be afraid of incest, I suspect. Seems kind of spooky, but we'll see what we can do in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.